More stuff, better stuff, faster stuff. Is that economic growth? And if so, is that a good thing? Some say growth is destroying the planet. Others say it's the only path out of poverty. All this assumes, though, that we know what growth is. But what actually is economic growth? What do we mean by this? Only when we've answered that question can we explore supplementary ones, such as is it good, what drives it, and if it is good, how do we keep on enjoying it? Whether you're debating climate change, inflation, or inequality, economic growth is the backdrop. It affects every single aspect of material life and determines how wealthy a country becomes. But most people can't explain what it actually is. The simplest way of understanding economic growth is as producing more stuff that is useful for people, as shown by their willingness to consume it. This could be physical goods, such as bread or cars, or services such as hairdressing or financial service, or immaterial goods, such as music. Think of an economy like a bakery. If it bakes 100 loaves a day and finds a way to bake 150 loaves a day, that is growth. You can still have economic growth, though, even if the amount of physical stuff produced stays the same. Here, the growth is in the value of the goods to consumers, as measured by the amount they are willing to pay for it, in stable money, of course. So, economic growth is the increase in the quantity and value of goods and services produced in a given part of the world over time. The most common way to measure it is GDP, Gross Domestic Product. GDP is simply the value of all the economic transactions taking place in that part of the world as expressed in money exchanges. This does have drawbacks as a measure, but it's still the best one that we have. All this means that real growth isn't just printing more money. It is building more homes, inventing better medicine, making more efficient cars, or delivering more services. All of this means better material living conditions for people. Historically and today, growth takes two forms: extensive growth and intensive growth. Extensive growth is where you get more output by increasing the inputs. You work more hours, you have more people, you exploit previously untouched natural resources, land in the economics jargon. The thing most economists mean, though, when they talk about growth is intensive growth. This means getting more output or higher value output from the same amount of inputs, or even less inputs. This is the kind of growth that increases living standards over time. The central feature is higher productivity, more output per hour worked or units of resources put into producing it. The source of intensive growth is innovation, doing things in new ways. This could be technological or organizational. This is why economists are really interested in innovation. Countries with sustained growth, like Singapore, South Korea, or post-war Germany, saw massive rises in life expectancy, education, and quality of life. Those without growth, poverty, instability, brain drain. And it's not just about rich countries getting richer. Growth is how billions of people in China and India were lifted out of extreme poverty in just a few decades within our own lifetime. Now, critics argue that growth causes pollution, depletes resources, and benefits only the rich. These are real concerns, but they often confuse growth with other things, such as exploitation. In fact, it is economic growth and the innovation that drives it that has helped cut emissions per unit of output, develop renewable energy, and fund better healthcare and education. It's growth that is key to resolving or addressing these problems, not the cause of them. It's popular now to call for something called degrowth, the idea that not only should we not have growth, but we should actually shrink the level of economic output. This is actually a recipe for poverty and lack of opportunity and an inability to actually address and resolve the problems that we face, which only growth can really help us solve. The question isn't growth or no growth, it's how do we grow smarter, cleaner, and freer.